Hello and welcome to the Release Note Recap. My name is Jeremy and I'm going to go ahead and take you through the last 2 months of 2017 updates in Redtail. We're going to go ahead and start with reporting. First and foremost, within the Notes by Contact report, we added a new filter. If I click the filter option, you now have the ability to search or divide or filter by servicing or writing advisor. These two fields are also now available within the Activities by Contact filters as well. Another report that was added is the Documents by Activity report. If you go to the Documents section and head over to Documents by Activity, you can go ahead and open it up, hit your filters, and be able to navigate by date, document name, type, category, with activity types, category, and attendees as well. We were actually able to turn a little bit of attention over to the CRM document storage section. Now if we come over here where we have category, account, file size, and date added, you can actually sort by these more effectively than you were able to before. The date actually sorts by month and year, and before it wasn't quite doing that as effectively. Notification options have also seen an update. First and foremost, by default, they're all set to yes. However, if you do set these to no, so you do not want to receive messages in regards to assigned activities or activity updates or email notifications in regards to workflow, updates, you don't have to. However, there was a change made to activities on the calendar. So if we access the calendar and we go into an active activity, down here in Notify Team, if you are a part of any one of these teams that someone chooses to select and then save the activity, you would definitely receive an email in that case. You were not receiving one before. So by default, if it is set to yes, if I make any little change to this activity and save it, whether I wanted you to know or not, you would be let know. However, in this case, because this is actually notifying, you're actively choosing to notify somebody of what's happening. When it is that I choose this drop down, and if you're part of one of these teams and then I go through the act of saving it, you will then receive a notification. Keep in mind, if I did this one time, it only counts that one time. So you're not going to receive one every time once this has been done once. For those of you using Redtail Speak, that would be this right-hand window over here. You can actually come up here to the top, you click on your name, and then you make your way down to Speak Preferences. You actually have now the ability to come down here and to choose as to whether or not you want to receive browser notifications for new messages. And so what happens is when you do receive a message, a little option will pop up here in the top right-hand corner of your screen that says something like you've received a Redtail Speak message. So if you're not on the screen, it's kind of giving you that warning so you can jump into your Speak interface. We have had an update to the contact card. It's a minor update overall, so let's just go ahead and show it to you. If I open up the drop-down and choose to hit edit on any one physical address, I can actually head down to state, province, and region. And now this is actually organized by way of the spelling of the state. It is no longer alphabetized based on the abbreviations. So for those states with a little bit more odd abbreviations that don't quite fit the normal organization, it's a little bit easier to find. Just a quality of life update for you there. When working within tag groups, we had kind of a silly issue going on. So if you choose to view members within a tag group, before when you went over here to the drop down to remove or add a member, there was a weird issue where this information is actually appearing over here to the right hand side. We fixed it so it appears underneath where it's supposed to. Client photos are something that we don't get a lot of questions about normally, but we wanted to make sure that if something weird happened with cropping, you did have full access to the whole image itself. If I come up here to the top left and I click on where contact's image is, notice how poorly cropped it is. If I want to expand the image to see the entire image of the upload itself, I can actually just click on it, and I'm actually going to see the whole thing instead of just what has been cropped before. It's a minor update, and you can't recrop it from here. But what you could do is download this image, re-upload it, and then crop it again in case it is that you did goof on the cropping itself. Speaking of documents and uploads, Within the document storage section, you now actually have a new upload window. We've updated it to be a bit more, I guess modern is the best way to put it. You just have to hit upload here, and then you have the option to go ahead and choose add files. You can add more than one file, of course, just like you were able to before, and then start the upload so that it uploads multiple files into the one contact record document section. A quick update to bulk assignments. If I were to choose a series of contacts, go to my contact options, go to my bulk actions, and head over to assign keywords. This list, when I drop it down, is actually back to being alphabetical. There was an issue before where they were not being brought in from an alphabetical standpoint. It was based on when the keyword was added. So now it's a little bit easier for you guys to make sure that your list is set up correctly on this end. Within the contact card, we did want to go ahead and add a bit more value to the long description of any one phone number. If I come over here to the contact card and hit the drop down and choose edit, I have the ability to add some kind of long description here, which in this case, we're just going to go ahead and say John's favorite phone. And if I update the phone number, what happens now when I go ahead and highlight over it is you see the words John's favorite phone. So now long description has a little bit more associated with it that'll make it a bit more valuable to you to utilize moving forward. We've had a very minor update to seminars as well. If we head into the Manage Attendee section of any one seminar, you can choose to add an attendee. Now before, you could only find people that already existed in your system. In this case, we have John Anderson, John Ray Arnold, fine. But if John Smith is somebody who is not part of my system yet, but I'm adding them to the seminar as they're a prospect in nature, I just haven't put them in the CRM yet, I can now actually choose to add a new contact from the Manage Attendees page of the seminars section, which was something that you couldn't do before. So if you are using seminars, this is making it a little bit easier on you to navigate around the system overall. Now, if you're curious about any other updates or anything else that have occurred since November 2017 through December 2017, all you ever have to do is head up to the top here, click the help section, and head into the release notes. This is always where everything is located. There's a lot more that happened overall. Quite a few fixes have actually been pushed through in this amount of time, as that has been one of our biggest focuses for the year of 2017. And in case you're worried about any of them, you could always come to this section, go through and read them. If you have any questions on them, you could always reach out to us here in the training department or just ask our support team. Dial us at 1-800-206-5030. Otherwise, thanks everybody for being part of the Redtail family. Have a great rest of your day and a Happy New Year.